Hammersmith in 1869. Now, in 1850, they banned any burials in churchyards because the churchyards in London had got so incredibly overcrowded. You know, there were dreadful stories about how when it rained, bones stuck up out of the ground. And in one of Dickens' novels, he describes how somebody goes to talk to the gravedigger, and the gravedigger says, "Oh yeah, we had to stamp on him to get him into the ground. But if you'd like to see him, I can just sweep the earth off with my brush." So for reasons like that, it was decided there should be no burials in churchyards in London, and instead the appropriate authorities were supposed to open cemeteries. It actually took Hammersmith quite a long time because this one didn't open until 1869. They were eventually pushed into it by a cholera outbreak, and they really needed space to bury people. This was 15 acres, and it was bought from people who were market gardeners. And the tenants were told that they had to leave at the end of their harvest, and the authorities paid some £600 for the area here. Now, of course, nobody really was being cremated. Cremation was only legal after the 1880s, so more and more people were being buried here. It was actually designed for 12,000. If I tell you there are 83,000 people buried there. And in the early 1900s, they bought some more space to extend it a little bit. But finally, in 1950, they closed it. It is a closed cemetery. The only burials which still take place are where there are family graves. And it's a green area. A lot of you probably know this is a great shortcut from here to Charing Cross Hospital. The tombstones, a lot of them were flattened. Some of the memorials were moved. Unfortunately, during the war, there was actually a bomb which fell here, which can't have helped things. But anyway, it is now a green space, and this week it just won a green flag yet again for the way in which it's kept and the wildlife, etc. And we have here the chair of the Friends of Margravine Cemetery. Where are you? I can't believe it. I was talking at the beginning. We do not have with us.
Just died.
So I was going to push.
Yes, there she is in her white jersey. On the path.
Right, well, now you've identified her. I was going to say, if you have any difficult questions, she is the person to talk to, but you maybe find it hard to get hold of her. Right, we're going to start off by walking over there's a little path here, and you'll see on either side of the path there are children's burials. And just as you walk past, glance at the tombstones. They're very affecting. There's a little child called Reggie on the left who died at the age of 5. There's somebody who died at the age of 10 weeks. On the right-hand side, there's somebody with a nice little rhyme. An angel took my flower away, but I will not repine. For Jesus in his bosom wears the flower that once was mine. Right, come this way.